Had you stepped into Chaucer's in Clifton Park a few Tuesdays ago, you would have been treated to a special area appearance of internationally renowned saxophonist and Capital District native son Nick Brignola, playing to a hometown crowd.
I'm from the Capital District, and most of my work is away. For instance, when this program is aired, and between the time tonight and when this program is aired in March, I will have gone to Paris and England, and I'm doing the Toronto Jazz Festival, and I'll be in New York. I play in Florida a lot. I go to the Midwest a lot, and a lot in California. So it's mostly traveling around. To play this music, you really have to hit the road. I was always in music. I can remember as a little kid listening to music because it was always around in our family. My grandfather was a tuba player. He used to play in the marching bands and stuff, and he was like my idol when I was a kid. So I guess I always had a desire to be a musician in some respect. My father was a jazz buff and always listened to the big bands and everything, and I sort of heard that around the house. You got to remember, these were the days of no television. But anyway, in the background was music all the time, and I guess I can remember listening to Benny Goodman and all that. And then what happened was, when I decided to play clarinet and be active in music, I can remember I memorized all those solos. I mean, you know, they had run through my head so many times that all of a sudden I could play along with Benny Goodman. I was basically self-taught, couldn't really read music when I first started, so what was I going to practice? So I wound up playing what I wanted to play, whatever I heard.
He taught himself how to play jazz by ear and developed his technique by the seat of his pants. Then it was off to college.
I had been attending Ithaca College, and I say attending, I use that term very loosely. Anyway, I was attending Ithaca College, and I played a jam session at the Cornell radio station one night with some musicians I'd never played with before. And unbeknownst to me, they taped it. And they sent that tape into Downbeat magazine, which is the Bible of jazz, that no longer is, but at one time it was. And they sent that tape in, and we were voted the best college jazz group in the United States, which was kind of funny because we had never played before until that night. Then I read somewhere that they were having a contest to find a musician to give a full scholarship, you know, to compete with all musicians all over the world. I sent the album in. I'll never forget it. The deadline was February 28th, and that's the day I went down at 4:30. I waited till the last minute because I wasn't really sure about it, but I mailed the album in. I did win the scholarship. I have the letter home saying I competed with over 40,000 musicians in the world, and I felt, wow, you know. So I went to Berklee, and I attended Berklee for a year or so, and then I realized that I really had to go out and do it myself because jazz education was in its infancy back then, and I really didn't get that much out of it. I had to go down and actually get in the game, and I went to New York.
So he jumped into the game with both feet and joined Woody Herman's band.
I can remember sitting in Woody Herman's band and asking the fella next to me, hey, play that, because I couldn't read it. I mean, I couldn't read it accurately. And he would play it, and then just as soon as he played it, I knew exactly how it went, because my ears told me, and boom, I played it. And then I recognized those same patterns. So every time I saw those patterns again, I played it correctly. So that's how I learned.
25 years later, the sometimes scorching, sometimes soothing sounds of Nick Brignola and his horn have touched the souls of jazz enthusiasts worldwide. Much more than a career, jazz is part of Nick Brignola.
Yeah, music to me is a way to express myself, and really, there are nights up there when I feel like that horn could be a very delicate piece of machinery. Then some nights it's a machine gun, you know. Some nights it's a jackhammer, you know. Some nights it's a piece of velvet. And you really think about it that way. I learned a long time ago that, you know, the person I really have to satisfy, when any creative person, they have to satisfy themselves first. The audience, the people, or whatever, they all come second. And if you can maintain a high standard and keep yourself happy as far as, hey, this is the best I can do, and boy, wasn't that good, and boy, wasn't that bad. If you can do that, you know, sort of keep tabs on yourself and keep yourself on your toes, I think your level of, at least I feel this is the level of music is always on a high level. Oh yeah, I'm going to be playing until the day I go, hopefully. In fact, the horn should be in my hand when I drop. I can think of no better way to go.